I hereby sentence the convicts to life imprisonment, to sentence the convicts to death due to the atrocity he committed. The convict has not shown any remorse whatever for his actions. He remained arrogant, cocky, and full of himself without realizing the magnitude of his crime and the effect of what he has done against his people or representative representing the constituency of the convicts. Although I'm not really persuaded, but I must temper justice with mercy. The court is moved by chapter 23, verse 23 of Matthew, in the book of Matthew, to the effect that, "Who unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you pay tithes of mint and anise and cumin, and has committed the weightier matter of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. This you ought to have done, particularly, and must notice the words in Matthew 23 and verse 23. The word mercy. And Lord, God will punish you now and forever. Criminals. Any judgment, let it be on record. Any judgment given in this court is rubbish. Ask him, where is the law? Ask him what to show. Where is the law? Where is the law?
It will not stand. It will not stand. Nobody is going to trample on me. Nobody is going to trample on Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. He's a man that was pursuing change. To pursue a separate nation of yours is not a crime. So in Nigeria today, if somebody says, don't be silly, you get convicted. Nnamdi Kanu may broadcast, and so what? And you convict him for terrorism, for mere words in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What kind of precedent is being laid? So from here, we are heading to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal is the only court in this country, or the next court in this country, that sits as a jury. We are going to approach the justices there to check out what happened in court today. And we are pretty sure the justices will agree with us that today was the symbol of the travesty of justice that everybody has been suspecting all along. If the Court of Appeal disagrees with us, we head to the Supreme Court. But by God Almighty, Nnamdi Kanu is not going to stand convicted. He's going to get overturned. Thank you.
Nnamdi Kanu has come to court today to make it clear to the court that he has told the judge that he has no constitutional power to try him. Ab initio, the court lacks jurisdiction. Even from the Supreme Court, they made a mess of this case by remitting the same case back to Federal High Court. That is called double jeopardy law. You cannot try a man who has been discharged and still refer that back to Supreme Court. Back to Federal High Court. What for? But if they had brought in new charges, people understand.
But how would you explain the outburst in court just a while ago?
It's a natural thing to happen because Omotosho is not willing to listen, is not willing to obey the Constitution, is not willing to obey the Supreme Court orders. So what is Nnamdi Kanu doing in court in the first place?
But you and I know that Justice Omotosho has given Nnamdi Kanu several periods to open his defense. And today he's opening his defense.
No, he did not. He came today for ruling. And let me make this clear to you. By cross-examining those witnesses that came to court, he has opened his defense. So Nnamdi Kanu should be allowed to go for his final written address. And the very judge does not want to allow him to do that. In the interest of fairness, he should allow him to do so. He said he's proceeding to go and rule. That's what he said today.
The judge said that in other proceedings that happened before, Nnamdi Kanu said the same thing through his former lawyers. And he's still saying the same thing. That is the ruling of the judge.
But Nnamdi has the final right for his written address. Is that correct?
But this I don't want to be confrontational, sir. Apologies. But this same issue has been raised in the past, and it was dismissed.
And when you don't adhere to the issues at the point of law, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? They phrase the issues the way they want to phrase it. If they are to go by the constitution of this country, Nnamdi Kanu would even be in jail in the first place. That you need to understand. I think you and I have followed this case from the beginning up until now. Tell me one single evidence to convict Nnamdi Kanu. Everything is based on hearsay. Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast in London which was monitored in Nigeria. specific place they can identify it. Then they moved from that charge and said he met brokers somewhere around the world. Where is it in the world which was murdered in Nigeria? They couldn't establish that. Now, a few days ago, the prosecution came back and said, oh, you made a broadcast in Nigeria. Where is it made exactly? He must have to tell the court. But they are unable to provide all these informations because they don't have any. Also bear in mind that the witnesses they showcase in court, they are mercenaries. They are mercenaries. And that is why we have filed for perjury today at the magistrate court. In which they, so for how long will this evil keep going? Though everywhere in Nigeria, people are dying. Terrorists are killing people. Did Nnamdi Kanu kill anyone? The answer is no. So what is he doing in detention? It's an act of evil. Attack against Nnamdi Kanu is an attack against the Igbos and the innocent people of this country. Those who believe in fairness and equity should rise up now and not tomorrow. I think I can say thank you so much.